and brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, with our sideline reporter, Boris Burke. Oh, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off the loss to Miami. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking, no ball movement, very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the three. Now here's Roten. The dish now to Embiid. Out left to the wing. It's up a three, and that one's good. Roten's got his first 3 points of the game. On defense, Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game.
Tony Roten, an athletic slashing guard. He got the chance to play extensively last season with the Sixers, but the lack of refinement on his jumper made him more of a volume scorer.
And here is Carter Williams. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Carter Williams kicks to Roten. His three-pointers off the mark. Houston moving the ball around, and he gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Carter Williams, defended by Beverly. Carter Williams dishes to Roten, right wing. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. Here's Carter Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami.
Yeah, Kevin, he really set up shop at that foul line. I mean, they could not do anything with it defensively, and so they had to keep fouling.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
That's good. Ariza's got 5 points so far.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Carter Williams kicks to Roten. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Carter Williams, rejected by Howard, and they get it back. Here's Houston now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Ariza. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Rockets led the league in three-point attempts last year, guys, after tying for the lead the season prior.
Well, the advanced stats community sees the three-pointer as the best shot after a layup. I'm not sure I agree entirely, but, you know, the Rockets numbers crunchers have kind of established that, and as a result, the coaching staff has given the players the green light.
And here is Carter Williams after Trevor Ariza just hit the three. Roten kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. Roten, the pass to Mbah-a-Moute. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
Jeff Adrian's checked in for Jones.
Well, you've heard the saying, you live by the three, you die by the three. Last season, the Rockets set an all-time record in scoring disparity from half to half against the Thunder. 73 in the first half, and then a season-low 19 in the second.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a moment. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
All right, thanks, Doris. I think it's the one thing we were talking about before the broadcast. The defense they're facing always seems to be in a lockdown mode.
Yeah, that's their identity, Kevin, and there's kind of an intimidation factor involved here. They've gained their reputation as a defensive club for a reason. They're tough.
Yeah, they really are tough, and they also do a good job of making you uncomfortable and frustrating you a little bit. So you got to keep your poise when you're facing a team as good as this one is defensively.
Well, the Rockets last season on whole, one of the most balanced offensive teams in the league. They've got the weapons to score inside as well as out, obviously playing through Dwight Howard, and then the perimeter game of James.
It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
They retain possession. Another shot. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Lets the three fly. And Mbamute pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 4. Now the pass to Carter Williams. Roten with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And he gets the bucket.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Adrian kicks to Johnson. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The 76ers, number 1.
And I don't even know if the numbers really told the story, but this was a tremendous defensive team last year.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Their last game, a win against Boston. Into this one.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Noel's checked in for Embiid. Thompson comes in for Moultrie. Jason Richardson is checked in for Roten. And it's Alexei Shved in for Carter Williams. And stolen by Shved. Here is Mbamute. He nails it. And we're tied up. And Mbaamute's got his first bucket of the night.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, we're right back to even.
32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Shved kicks to Thompson. Back to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. Richardson missing again. Houston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Puts it up from 12, and he drops that one in. G's got his second bucket of the game to go. Richardson with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And taken away by Johnson. All going up court.
Well, he didn't quit on the play. He defended the shot, contested it, and then got back straight to the glass.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Rockets lead by...
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
the defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on the string.
Houston in the lead. He kicks it to Beverly. Houston moving the ball around. Ariza dishes to Howard. The shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
And for the Magic, you know, that's a game they would really like to take.
Richardson the pass to Williams. Here's Noel. Plays it up and banks it in. Noel's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And the 76ers call time here. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And these interconference matchups are important, Kevin. You only see the club twice all season, and it feels a little different. You want to go out and really put on a good performance.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Noel. Arnett Moultrie comes in for Thompson. And it's Carter Williams in for Alexei Shved. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Patrick Beverly could make the case for being the league's most disruptive defender at point guard. He said, quote, "I know some people might not like my defense, but I don't really care. I'm physical, I'm tough, and I'm setting the tone. I don't look at the numbers. I just go out there and I guard everyone exactly the same." That's aggressively, Kevin. Exactly what they're looking for.
He gets after it. Nothing easy. Thanks, Doris. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Steve was talking about, Clark, just moments ago, about not playing each other often because they're different conferences. Wouldn't you say that affects the way a game will play out?
Most definitely, Kevin. I mean, when it's an opponent you see so little of, there's always a feeling out process, and I'm sure that'll be the case today for both teams. You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
Harden has a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 8 points.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Moultrie setting the pick for Carter Williams. And Moultrie kicks to Williams. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And for the Sixers, their new stat-driven decision-making permeates the organization from ownership, Steve, to the front office, all the way down to the coaching staff.
Well, it's where the league seems to be going, Kevin. Where teams are trying to think further ahead and see opportunities for strategic advantages. But, look, it's still a balance. You've got to have chemistry and coaching, and those numbers will come in play. But they can't be the be-all, end-all.
And he gets it to go. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, Dwight Howard had started 6 straight All-Star games until last season. The new balloting system with 2 backcourt players and 3 frontcourt players resulted in Blake Griffin and Kevin Love in the starting lineup. Howard felt slighted. He thinks that centers are kind of getting the short end of the stick here.
And Baamute's checked in for Philadelphia. Roten comes in for Elliott Williams. At the top of the key, Embiid. Here is Mbamute, and that one is hammered home.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
The Rockets have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And you remember, Howard last season created a mock commercial asking people to save the centers.
Yeah, you know, as usual, Dwight Howard finding a way to have fun with it in bizarre fashion. That's part of who he is. But I think the underlying issue is a true one. The age of the lumbering pivot man in the NBA seems to be slowly going towards extinction.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Moultrie.
And you know, with the Rockets, it isn't that they're getting layups. It seems more often than not they're getting and one plays on their fast breaks, and that's an extra bonus there.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Cannon. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Carter Williams can't get it to go. Rockets have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Rockets knew how to convert fast break chances, as you said, Steve. It's a big part of their game.
Well, they're a terrific ball handling team top to bottom. That allows them to get anyone the ball in transition and just fill lanes. Makes converting those fast breaks a lot easier.
Pass to Roten. That's blocked. Here's Kanan. He's guarded by Mbamute. And that one's good by G.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
The 76ers trail by 4. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And there's the rejection.
That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers have been all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Thompson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Alexei Shved comes in for Carter Williams.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle of this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
The 76ers again can't hit it. Johnson wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. It'll count. Can't hit. And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Rockets on top. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Some really terrific numbers for Ariza. 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Carter Williams and Roten pairing up in the backcourt. Luke Mbamute out there with Arnett Moultrie. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He'd been playing soccer and volleyball, but I tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
Here's Moultrie. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Moultrie's got the first points of the second half here for Philadelphia. Houston leading by 3. Harden outside. Fires from deep. That's good. Harden's got 11 points. And for Embiid, his countryman and NBA veteran Luke Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school, expected to redshirt at Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. And the thing I liked about him was he almost improved, not just game to game. You could see improvement within game.
It's a great point. You're right. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Sixers going young, and Coach Brett Brown explained their philosophy, saying, we try to highlight athletes and length. At this stage, we're trying to grow a blue-collar, hard-nosed defensive program. You take those athletes, put them in a defensive system, and get them playing in the open court. That's the flavor of what we're trying to do. Kevin, back to you.
Putting those young legs to use, Doris. Thanks.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. Second in scoring, third in blocks, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And I think what's most impressive about this club, though, is the fact that they were in the top 5 in points scored. I mean, that's what they do. They like to get out and run and really get a lot of shots up. And when they do, when they knock down open looks, they're tough to beat.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to get it going. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Roten.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
The Sixers are certainly looking to build something special on the court. And to that end, they're planning to build a new 55,000 square foot practice facility close by at the Navy Yard.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. In the 3rd spot, Dwight Howard.
That's the name of the game for him, just putting the ball in the bucket. How about the season he had a year ago?
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. A free throw drops for Roten.
Looking at the game Roten has been having, he has 12 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
As you might have expected them to be, Clark, the Rockets were very good on the road.
Well, with the way that team was comprised with multiple threats on the floor offensively, it's no surprise to see them excel on the road.
Carter Williams kicks to Mbamute. Roten with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Mbamute dishes to Carter Williams. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Harden.
Well, as you said, the Rockets strong on the road last year, 21-20 record, and anytime you're over 500 on the away side, you're in a good spot.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Tony Roten with the slam.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
What's really scary about the Rockets is that they let some games slip away last year on the road and still managed to win 21 games away from home. I would expect that mark to improve this season.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Nerlens Noel checks in for Embiid. Richardson comes in for Arnett Moulton. And Elliott Williams subs in for Roten. Feeds it to G. Now here's Monty Eunice. Not a lot of room. Made that one on the move. Tough shot. Monty Eunice has got his first points of the night. The 76ers trail by 6. Carter Williams kicks to Williams. Passes it to Carter Williams. Pass to Richardson. Back to Carter Williams. From beyond the arc. Adrian with the rebound.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Johnson gets the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Richardson the pass to Carter Williams. Noel, the basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Houston leading by 6.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms, and one thing you love about taller point guards, the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense.
Here is Mbamute. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kicks it to Cannon. Noel with the block. Here's Carter Williams. He has 6. The feed to Williams. On the wing, Jason Richardson. Back to Williams. Fires the 3. The Second chance effort. And Baamute can't get it to go. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And the 76ers with some changes. Thompson comes in for Baamute. And it's Alexei Shved in for Carter Williams. Here's Canaan. And the 3-ball is good. Cannon's got the lead up to 9 now for Houston.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. Richardson for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Over to the left wing. And here's Shved from the arc. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. I think this offense really thrives off of plays like that. Turned it into an easy basket.
The 76ers trail by 9. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. She is out there with Jeff Adrian. Then there's Moniunas. Then it's Johnson. And it's Cannon in at the 1 spot. Roten, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Cannon dishes to Adrian. Johnson kicks to Adrian. To the left wing. Here's G. Moniunas passes to Cannon. It's blocked. Shved with it. He feeds it to Moultrie, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Here's Shved, and the layup's good off the glass. Rockets leading by 7. On the wing, Johnson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Canaan. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
And the 76ers call time here.
He's been aggressive looking for a shot, but without much success. It might be time for him to take a step back and look to help the team in other ways.
And the 76ers with some changes. And Baamute's checked in for Thompson. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Alexei Shved. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Harden gets to Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The 76ers trail by 11. Roten dishes to Moultrie. That drops. 16 points for Roten.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And it's Beverly missing.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Here is Mbamute, and that one hits back iron.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Carter Williams, the pass to Moultrie. Now here's Carter Williams, defended by Beverly. And Abamute kicks to Carter Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Dishes to Roten. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Some killer instinct he showed right there, exploding to the rim and adding to that lead.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half was carried right over into the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Here's Beverly, and another 3 for Houston.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
At the line for your 76ers, Tony Roten.
And the first one drops. Now the playoffs weren't really a goal for the 76ers last year, Steve. They just wanted to get their young players some experience and build a foundation for their future.
And in that respect, they accomplished it. And you have to be careful when rebuilding, however, and that losing culture doesn't start to take over. So that's the challenge here the next couple of years.
Houston leading by 15. Right side Jones. He dishes it to Beverly. The 3 from Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
And, you know, to add to what you said with the 76ers and losing, not a real danger just yet, but a few more years like last year and it can become a problem, and you tend to have guys start accepting it, and you don't want to go down that road.
Now here's Roten, guarded by Harden. Roten, no good.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm. Well, what a tough season it was for the Sixers. Obviously rebuilding, and got out to a pretty good start early with some nice wins, but ultimately their lack of talent showed, and they were getting blown out there most of the second half of the season.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Houston.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And I think this win builds confidence for this year in the matchup. They take the first win of the season series, and that could play a factor the next time these two teams meet.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Harden. Every time there was a big possession or big play, he was contributing in some manner. Just a great game for him.
Harden against Williams. Up top, Shved. Back to Williams. No luck. Good work defensively by Jones. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're ahead by 18. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
It's almost like they're rubbing it in a little bit with this timeout, guys.
Yeah, not really much to talk about. Let's get the game over and move on.
Well, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal. Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Second shot opportunity. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And that one falls for Jones. Here's Fed. No good. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline.
Well, first off, James,